This may probably be one of the most frustrating Malayalam films of 2024. Hi guys, this is Farad and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. If you're new to this channel, then please smash that subscribe button now. And the Malayalam film that we are going to be discussing today is the film called Malayalee from India. And I remember, a day before its release, I had, had a trailer talk of it, the buzz of it, and I had said, I am confused. I do not know what to expect from the film, and all my fears, I guess, came true because the trailer firstly did not reveal what the film was about, whether it was a comedy, it was something serious, it was both. And eventually, because it was both, the film did not have an impact on me, unfortunately. And for those who feel, that I'm here only for, praising the Malayalam films that are there, I will call out if it is a mediocre product. Be sure about that. I will not just, sugarcoat things. And this film is exactly that. It is mediocre. But if you're new to the channel before that, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share this video with your friends and family, comment on the video as well what you make of the film as we go ahead with the story and screenplay of Malayalee from India. So Malayalee from India is essentially a story of a local unemployed youth, so to say, who aspires to have a career in politics, but also has a sense of hatred towards a particular clan or people of particular religion, which also reflects in his actions of the village that are there. And one such incident, forces him to flee from the village, that eventually turns out to be a life-turning experience, a life-altering experience for him. The story here had all the ingredients to be a perfectly heartfelt kind of a story. This was almost like a Raju Hirani kind of a template that was there, that was used, which has been working all these years that are there. But unfortunately, the screenplay, which is standing at about 155 minutes, just did not leave a mark. Just absolutely did not leave a mark. And that had majorly to do with the kind of brand of humor that it was trying to possess, a brand of humor that it was being showcased rather in this film. And that brand of humor, dare I say, is slowly getting outdated in what is a typical Raju Hirani kind of a template. So the story here, it begins with the introduction of a character on a future timeline, and he introduces himself as Malayalee from India and what seemed like a very foreign land that was there. Now, notice the parallels from Raju Hirani film. It opens always on a future timeline that is there and immediately goes into a flashback, which is similar with the case here. You are going back into the flashback and you are introduced to the protagonist in his village, in the setup that is there. And that setup, the template usually works if the writing is fine. But here, the humor, it was absolutely not up to the mark. I mean, I would even say it was borderline cringe. So to say, none of the gags were landing, and which was such a pity because all the film needed was a little nuance in its writing. If the nuance was there, it would have accumulated in the first hour and had a payback right towards the end of the film, which actually was designed to make you feel in a certain way. This is the kind of Raju Irani template that I'm talking about. But unfortunately for the film, the film lost me in the first hour itself when, the entire setup is there. I can understand, I can relate to the politics of the film as well, in which the protagonist is behaving in a certain way that we have seen people behaving in similar ways in the recent situation that is there. And I agree with that template that is there, that it is wrong and that needs improvement as well, even as I speak. But to lace it with the kind of humor that it is, I think the humor overweight the drama in this case, not in a good way, I would say. And this, continues even at the halfway mark, when the setting of the drama changes from the local to a foreign land, so to say, and it gives a lot of Adu Jivitam vibes. Now, the difference between Adu Jivitam and this film was that Adu Jivitam was very serious and very grounded. Here, it was trying to say too many things. Was it trying to showcase the struggle of the protagonist? Was it trying to showcase the situation of the protagonist when he comes in contact with his master, who happens to be a Pakistani? Or if it is also trying to highlight the struggles of the people during the COVID times? I do not know. It was too much of it that cluttered in the halfway through in the film, and it just kind of swayed away from the main core that was there. And the core of the film was right there, the bond between the master and the protagonist that is there. I think that for me just did not start on the right note as well. Even with their relationship, that was partly cringe, I would say, when it began. The film scores particularly in the final 30 minutes, and that is because it chooses to highlight the human emotions that are there. The human emotions are so well displayed here, not so well, but partly well displayed here, I would say, that it does transcend from the screen to you. But it is little too late, I would say, because the final 30 minutes is when you tend to get a little serious with the kind of occurrences that happen in the film. And unfortunately, it was too late for me. And overall, I would sum up the screenplay of Malayalee from India as a wasted opportunity. Damn, this was a wasted opportunity. It's almost frustrating that a film like this, which was so relevant, it had to be so relevant, I have to pass it off as a negative review, so to say, because of the kind of humor that it was trying to incorporate, which was just not needed in this world. If it was little nuanced, little humor here and there, but the tone of the drama, it was serious, this film would have been something totally different, I would say, from a screenplay perspective. Now, coming to the technical aspects, the dialogues, the music, and the direction, I felt the dialogues are very crass to begin with, almost binge-worthy, almost borderline cringe-worthy, and they just did not impact me the way they should have. The humor was flat. Partly emotions do land at the end. There was a little Malala reference at the end, which was okay, and the staging itself at the end wasn't exactly perfect, but at least the human emotions that were there were reaching you. So final 30 minutes aside, the film does not work for me. The music by Jakes Bijoy, I think, was wonderful here, and I have a couple of songs in my playlist that I listen to on loop. It was a wonderful kind of a musical experience that was there for me. Unfortunately, it came in a film that just did not react to the kind of notes that it was trying to intend with. The cinematography is decent. The editing could have been a little crisper with the humor, the brand of humor that it was trying to showcase in the first half. All of that could have been ironed out. It just resulted in a bit of a lag in the screenplay that is there, unfortunately. Director Dijo Jose Anthony, the director of Jana Gana Mana, the phenomenal Jana Gana Mana, I would say, took a good concept, and I would really give it off to him for attempting such a film in today's times. It was brave of him. Unfortunately for all of us and for him, he misses the mark with the direction. The direction here, he tried to pull off almost like a Raju Hirani kind of a template, which itself is on the verge of being outdated. You can see it with Donkey, another film that did not work for me. It may have been a box office success, but it didn't work for me because of the brand of humor that it was trying to possess, which means that probably we may be outgrown with that brand of humor. I can't pinpoint what the issue is. I still love Three Idiots and some of his other films, but coming back to Dijo, I think the direction, did not have the similar kind of impact that it ought to have been, and it's a pity. Barring the final 30 minutes, the direction was not up to the mark. The performances, though, were excellent here. Dhyan Srinivasan, Anusya Rajan, I think they did a wonderful job here. Anaswara Rajan, and but even Deepak, who played the character of the master, I think he was wonderful in the film. The intended emotions in his character towards the end really come through, and it also makes me sad, for Nivin Pauly. It's not easy being Nivin Pauly, and Nivin Pauly absolutely puts in his all. He does a wonderful performance once again, but it's again come, unfortunately for him, in a wrong film that has not worked. And I do not know whether it will work on OTT, but it did not leave an impact. The story did not leave an impact. So little that he could do, he did everything that he could in its midst, to pull off a memorable performance. Unfortunately, did not did not come through. So overall, I would say Malayali from India is a disappointment. It had all the ingredients for a heartwarming, feel good kind of a drama that is there, but it was a wasted opportunity, and I will leave it there. This is probably the first under par Malayalam film that I have watched in 2024. It has been a phenomenal year, but this one was definitely under par, and I will call it that if I feel that. And thank you so much for all the comments on my previous video. I'm feeling a little better, not exactly 100%, but yeah, fighting my way through, and should be back to normal in a few days, I would say. So thank you so much for the comments that were there. And if you're liking this video, please smash that like button. Comment on what did you make of the Malayalam film Malayali from India. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Good concept, good execution, bad concept, whatever it is. Leave a like or dislike and comment. Both of these factors help fuel the YouTube algorithm that is there. Also, what more you can do is share this video with your friends and family and ask them to subscribe to the channel. Let's grow this Digi family together. And also, if you'd like to read my full review of Malayali from India on my site, Popcorn Reviews with a double S, the link of which is in the description box below. Also, follow me on different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Letterboxd. I do not end up making a video on everything that I watch, but I do write a lot. All information is present on my site, Popcorn Reviews with a double S, and on my social media handles. You can also read the review in your language that is there. There's a translate button, so visit the site and you can translate the entire review in your language as well. I have also written the review of Mirzapur season 3 in case you're interested. It's on my site. To visit that. I'll see you again soon with another video. Till then, take care of yourselves and thank you so much for your love and support. Cheers.